is about to take his first steps on a big stage. Atilla Diego Ofli is just 10 years old, but he's planning to make an impact this month in England.
Melbourne boy has the chance to become the new whiz kid of world soccer. The 10-year-old boy wonder from Campbellfield is about to jet off to England to trial for the Premier League.
Atilla Diego Ofli is just 10 years old, but he's planning to make an impact this month in England.
There's no doubting the raw talent and enthusiasm. Atilla Diego Ofli's power belies his tender age. The 10-year-old's passion is the world game.
David Beckham, Diego Maradona, Emre, Zidane and Ronaldo.
Atilla is about to embark on a 2-week trip to England, where he'll trial with the under-10 youth teams at Chelsea and Westham. It seems a big trip for a young boy, but not according to the founder of the Melbourne-based European Football Institute, Michael Kathopoulos, who will chaperone the gifted centre midfielder.
His touch, some of the things he does, our senior players aren't doing it, you know what I mean? So he is exceptional, and when you saw him training earlier on, the stuff that he's doing, hitting the ball from his foot to his head, it's remarkable.
Atilla is in his 3rd year at the privately run institute, which tries to open doors at overseas clubs.
In another few years, we'll send him back to get another taste of it, and by the time he's 15, I hope he's over there in an academy.
He's definitely got a lot of potential. He's strong on the ball. His first touch is great, and over the last year he's worked really, really hard.
For Atilla, the goal is simple.
I want to become a professional soccer player.
Which club do you want to play?
Chelsea.
Brett Clancy, SBS Sport.
Whittlesea Rangers have been one of the stories of the season so far, thanks in no small part to the prolific form of Attilla Ofli. Attilla Ofli firing in a free kick.
Ofli again now. Rihanna. Ofli again. That's a brilliant switch of play. Outside Ofli again with the high drop. Defence, and Ofli be providing some wonderful passes just like that. This time, Ofli down. Front three and playing wonderful through passes like that. That's a brilliant pass from Atilla Ofli.
Attilla Ofli.
No chance there, really. Great.
It's in! It's an Ofli hat-trick and a Whittlesea win at the Grange Reserve. A penalty deep into stoppage time from Attilla Ofli. Ofli completed his double in the 89th minute.
Eastern Lions versus Whittlesea Rangers was the Attilla Ofli show. But Ofli wasn't done, charging through the right side of the area to score his fifth of the day, to cut in and score to make it 2-2, the 2-0 win.
Ofli again now. And the volley from Ofli!
What's his name? Ofli. What is it? It's Ofli, isn't it? Ofli, yeah. What's his first name? Attilla. Attilla Ofli.
Goal. What the hell? Attilla again, so. Who scored the second goal? Ofli. Again? Yeah.
And he slotted it home for 2-0. Sensational finish from Attilla Ofli.
Welcome to this highlights package of PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria Round 5. Whittlesea Rangers have been one of the stories of the season so far, thanks in no small part to the prolific form of Attilla Ofli. Springvale White Eagles conceded a penalty just seconds after the second half kickoff, Ofli stepping up to make it 2-0. John Piquet whipped in a free kick to give Springvale White Eagles a lifeline. But within a minute, Dowda Sunni had restored Whittlesea Rangers' 2-goal buffer. Damir Stojlovic scored the pick of the goals with 5 minutes remaining to set up a nervous finish. And Whittlesea needed goalkeeper Luke Gallo to step up and save them from what would have been a last-minute equaliser. Let's look at the highlights for Round 6 of PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria. Whittlesea Rangers' free-scoring form continued when George Sleffendorfus needed just 4 minutes to net the opener away at Box Hill. And it was a flying start when Attilla Ofli made it 2 just after the quarter hour. But Box Hill hit back, Alex Schroen netting from a tight angle at this set piece. And Box Hill were back level by half-time when Kobe Baheen rose highest to make it 2-2. But parity did not last long, Ofli playing through Sleffendorfus early in the second half. And the points were sealed when Ofli completed his double in the 89th minute.
Now to catch up with some games from previous rounds. We start with PS4 NPL 2 West Round 7 and Moreland City leading 2-0 against Whittlesea Rangers. This goal from Arpai Akuno made it 3. But this goal from Norm Sekulovsky on the stroke of half-time would spark one of the comebacks of the season. It was 3-1 to Moreland City at the break. Whittlesea Rangers would peg it back to 3-2 when Dowda Suni sprung the Moreland City backline to lob in. But Moreland City restored their 2-goal cushion soon after, Trent Rickson nodding down into the path of Corey Thomas. But Whittlesea had a taste for goals. Attilla Ofli firing in a free kick to peg the score back to 4-3. And it was 4-4 in the 70th minute when a well-weighted through ball played in George Sleffendorfus. In the 87th minute, the man who started the comeback would put his team into the lead. Jordan Brown crossing to Norm Sekulovsky, who swept in a shot for the go-ahead goal. And with Moreland head still spinning, George Sleffendorfus scored his second of the game to make it 6-4 in the 90th minute. Let's take a look at the highlights from PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria Round 8. It was a 0-0 stalemate between North Geelong Warriors and Whittlesea Rangers. Kenny Eze denied by Luke Gallo with one of the best chances of the game. Let's go to the highlights from Round 10 of PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria. Eastern Lions versus Whittlesea Rangers was the Atilla Ofli show. Just 4 minutes in, and he unleashed this long shot to start the scoring. A rocket from the top of the area made it 2-0 to Whittlesea on 40 minutes. And 2 minutes into the second half, a defensive slip led Ofli through to complete his hat-trick. With his confidence up, Ofli was running at the defence again, 4-0 on 51 minutes. Eastern Lions would mount something of a comeback. Cameron Neals with his own contender for goal of the week, picking out the top right corner. And it was 4-2 in the 70th minute when Slavisa Saric was first to respond to this headed shot off the woodwork by Philip Deschamps. But Ofli wasn't done, charging through the right side of the area to score his fifth of the day and secure a 5-2 win. Let's take a look at the highlights from Round 13 of PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria. Jordan Brown's initial volley for Whittlesea Rangers may have been saved brilliantly by St Albans goalkeeper Alex Baird, but there was no keeping him out at the second attempt. And Whittlesea would double their advantage 5 minutes from time, capitalising on the counter-attack when Attilla Ofli broke to the right and played in George Sleffendorfus. A penalty in stoppage time conceded by Andrew Taylor, leading to a red card. But Ryan McGuffey's 95th minute strike was too little too late, Whittlesea winning 2-1. Let's take a look at the highlights from Round 16 of PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria. At Epping Stadium, visiting Dandenong Thunder would take the lead against Whittlesea Rangers when this shot from Brandon Barnes proved too hard to handle, dropped into the path of Vedran Bokhari. And early in the second half, Thunder would double their advantage. Christian Saki's left with space at the top of the box to pick his spot. Whittlesea Rangers would launch a comeback though. Just after the hour mark, Tobias Hagel was fouled by Faisal Sakizada. Attilla Ofli stepped up to bury the spot kick. And that had Ofli up and running, using his pace to advantage here to cut in and score to make it 2-2. And with the momentum pumping, Whittlesea Rangers took a 3-2 lead, a deflected shot from Norm Sekulovsky, sparking wild celebrations. But
Thunder topped the table for a reason. 5 minutes from time, this desperate scramble ended with top scorer Brandon Barnes holding his nerve to find the back of the nets.
He got his body all the time.
And the Thunder very nearly won it at the death. Veron Kokari threw one-on-one, but unable to keep his shot down. The Thunder's first non-win of the season, a thrilling 3-all draw. Let's take a look at the highlights from PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria Round 17. Whittlesea Rangers striker Attilla Ofli got the scoring started against Nunawading City. George Sleffendorfus showed his striker's instincts to not end the second. Nunawading would make it interesting. Felix Dimitrakis scoring to peg the deficit back to 2-1. But Whittlesea would consolidate a first club goal for recent signing Ted Rossiabio. And a 4-1 win was complete when Sleffendorfus scored his second goal of the match in stoppage time. Let's take a look at the highlights from round 18 of PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria. Springvale White Eagles with that score as well from around the grounds, 2-0. Now Ofli breaking into the penalty area, using his speed and scoring the opener. Attilla Ofli and Whittlesea are ahead against the run of play for the penalty that was the first goal back for Whittlesea. Ball into the area, back post, and in. Miller with the cross in, and no one got a touch. Barfarosh wins the ball away. Flipped over the top by Iliano, and Ofli has space to work with. Does he go for goal or the corner? He goes for goal, and it's saved. The follow-up is in! It's an Ofli hat-trick, and a Whittlesea win at the Grange Reserve. Let's look at the highlights from PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria Round 19. After a scoreless first half at La Trobe University, Whittlesea Rangers sprung out of the blocks to open the lead against Melbourne City through George Sleffendorfus. It was 2-0 when Adam Mustardanagic latched onto this bouncing ball. But Melbourne City knew what was at stake, breathing life back into the contest with this long shot from Austin Wong. And with 5 minutes to go, scores were level. Luke Gallo left unmarked at the top of the area. There was late drama though. James Delianov failed to deal with Attilla Ofli's free kick, spilling the ball into the path of Ted Rossiabio, a 93rd minute winner for Whittlesea Rangers. Now to PlayStation 4 NPL 2 West. Whittlesea Rangers has broken 4 points clear of the rest of the league after their last-minute winner away to Melbourne City. Let's look at the highlights from PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria Round 20. George Sleffendorfus scored the opener for Whittlesea Rangers as the ladder leaders looked to press home their advantage against Sunshine George Cross. But the Georgies' revival is one to be taken seriously. Nicolas Gonzalez scoring a first-half equaliser. It was Sleffendorfus again who would give Whittlesea the lead, getting the angles absolutely perfect to find the top left corner. Sunshine's hustle would earn them a share of the points. Whittlesea unable to clear their lines. Hernan Arredondo turning in the equaliser. 2-2 the final score. Time now for a look at the highlights from PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria Round 21. Now to PlayStation 4 NPL 2 West, where Attilla Ofli played through George Sleffendorfus for the Whittlesea Rangers opening goal away to Bendigo City. Ofli would score himself to secure a 2-0 win. Whittlesea Rangers has moved another 2 points clear of the chasing pack after St Albans Saints were held to a 2-all draw by Moreland City. Time for a look at the highlights from PlayStation 4 NPL Victoria Round 22. Now to PlayStation 4 NPL 2 West, where ladder leaders Whittlesea Rangers fell behind to Moreland City thanks to this headed goal from Andrew Doig. Whittlesea would then fall 2-0 down via an own goal from Luke Gallo. A penalty deep into stoppage time from Attilla Ofli was too little too late, Moreland City pulling off a 2-1 upset.